Hi there, welcome back. Okay, today's the day when we get the sun ready so that we can assemble our solar system. Um, you can probably guess because I have a ruler and a yardstick that today we'll be doing a fair amount of measuring. You can see that I have got all of my planets prepared. They're colored, they're cut out, they all have a piece of string on them. You'll see what that string is for in a few minutes, but I bet you're already guessing. Today, it would be really helpful if you had some kind of Sharpie marker. Any color's fine. And I'm going to use a paper clip, but you could use a stick or a nail or whatever. You'll see why in just a moment. Um, so let's get started. Now, I made two suns. I imagine a lot of you will make a sun sort of like this out of a paper plate. Um, okay, because I happen to have some poster board and because the sun is really, really big, I made one as big as I possibly could. And you'll notice I gave it its name, which is Sol. That is the name of our star. We call it the sun, but its proper name is Sol. Um, in real life, in this scale, as compared to the size of our planets, our sun would actually be 14 feet in diameter, which is as long as two of me. So anyway, but here's my sun. So the first thing I need to do, I don't know if you can see it. I poked a hole right in the middle of the sun. And what I'm going to do is take my long piece of string and I'm going to poke it through the hole. Reach behind. Yay, it worked. Reach behind and grab it. Can you all see that? Good. Reach behind and grab it. And then I'm going to tie it to the paper clip, nice and tight. We don't want that to fall out. There we go. Okay. Now pull it through, and this long string, which I told you is going to be 14 feet long or so, is what your planets are going to be connected to as this crosses your room. Okay, now here's where the measuring comes in. Remember, this is a scale model, so it's going to sort of help you understand how far the planets are compared to each other from the sun. So that's what the ruler is for. And of course, our order is my very excited mother just served us nachos. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. So our first planet from the sun is really close in this model. It is only 1 1/4 of an inch, or can you see that? 4 centimeters, not very far. So 1 1/4 inch or 4 centimeters. So I'm going to go, let me get a little closer to the camera so you can see better. There, that's better. So I'm going to come out 4 centimeters and I'm going to use my marker to mark that. There we go. Now our next planet, of course, is Venus. It's pretty close to the sun too. It is 2.5 inches, or I'm going to use 7 centimeters because that's handy. So I'm going to make a mark at 7 centimeters. I don't want to draw on my sun, so let me make that mark nice and bright. Okay, what's the next planet in order? You are absolutely right. It is the Earth. Now at this point, I'm switching to inches, okay? So the Earth is moving away. It's just right. These two planets are too close to the sun, Mercury and Venus, and they're going to be really, really hot. Now, Earth is just the right distance from the sun. Earth, in our model, is 4 inches from the sun. So nice 4. So our next planet, let's see. My very excited mother just served us nachos. Must be Mars, and it is. Mars is 6 centimeters from the Earth, from the sun rather. Now Mars gets a lot of sunlight. It's obviously not as warm as the Earth. It's colder, but it's still pretty close to the sun. The rovers that we sent to the Mars use sunlight for solar energy to run. Now we're starting to get far away from the sun. Our next planet is Jupiter, the biggest planet of all. You can see there's Jupiter there. Now, Jupiter is called a gas giant, and it is really far from the sun. So I'm going to switch rulers. It's so far that I need a yardstick. A little ruler won't do it anymore. So I'm going to start at the sun here, and I'm going to come out, believe it or not, I'm going to come out 21 inches from the sun. So you can see we're getting really far away from it, right? 21 inches. Okay, and make a mark for Jupiter. Okay, now I'm going to put the sun on the floor because it's starting to get in my way a little bit. Now, from Jupiter, we need to go next to Saturn. So Saturn is going to be 38 inches from the sun. So let's see, that's going to be 21 inches plus 15. So I'm going to go where Jupiter was, and I'm going to add an additional 15 inches to that. There we go. I'm going to mark that, and that is where Saturn will go. Okay. Our next planet is Uranus. Now, that one is 76 inches from the sun. So I'm going to take Saturn, and I'm going to add an additional 38 inches. There's 36. Additional, there we go. An additional 38, and that is where Uranus will go. Make a mark there. And then our last planet is Neptune. Neptune is so far from the sun you can hardly imagine. We're going to take the dot where Uranus just was, and we're going to add an additional 42 inches. So there's 36. There's 36. And then because I like math, I know that 36 plus 6 is 42. So there's 42. So our final planet will go right there on that last mark for Neptune rather, okay? So the next time we're together, we will attach our planets to those marks, and your solar system bedroom mobile will be ready. Talk to you later. Bye for now.